Hold on to your butts, because I'm a little late on this, but Tekken 7 was announced at Evolution 2014, and man, is there a lot to take in. First, let's talk about what we saw in the trailer. It's got flashes of Heihachi, Kazuya, Devil Jin, and Jinpachi. The most interesting character we saw was Kazumi, supposedly Heihachi's wife/mistress. She's apparently Kazuya's mother. Now, in the trailer we see Kazuya say,
"You killed my mother,"
implying that Heihachi killed her. She also says that Heihachi must know about her power now, which is probably a reference to the Devil Gene. So here's my breakdown. Heihachi always wanted the Devil Gene, never got it, but Kazuya did. Probably from his mom's side. Kazumi, right? Since Heihachi don't got it. Then of course Jin gets it from Kazuya, and that sounds pretty good. On top of that, the fact that Lars is a half-brother of Kazuya, being Heihachi's son but not Kazumi's son, shows why he didn't get the Devil Gene either. So the only question that remains is, could Kazumi be Angel? I don't know. But my favorite part of the whole thing was just that it felt a lot more story-driven than previous games in the series, and in my opinion that's something that Tekken has been sorely lacking in lately. Mortal Kombat 9 and Injustice, they both hit the nail on the head with how to do story mode in a fighting game with their in-engine cutscenes and the traditional 1v1, 2 life bars, human vs AI fighting. This way, as a developer, you don't have to spend development time on a new genre like third-person beat-em-up brawler or 2D side-scroller like, Scenario Campaign or Devil Within or the old Tekken Force modes. You just have to do what you already do and add in a compelling story. Also, it can serve as a bit of a training tool if you force players to use different characters to pass different parts of the story mode. Now, that being said, I do hope that they go in that sort of direction. Overall, though, I'm just happy to see the story shift back to the core conflicts in the Mishima family. And of course, it also says the final battle. Who knows what that could imply? The last game before a full reboot maybe? Or maybe they'll just keep going with it so we can get some final battles. Now, also at Evolution was Tekken Casino, hosted by Incognito, Anakin, Fab, etc., and sponsored by Mad Catz. It's a great time overall, but the best time was when Harada and Michael Murray came by and visited. They jumped on the stream a bit and they answered a lot of questions. And this was before the actual Tekken 7 reveal happened, but going back to some of his answers is still pretty revealing and interesting to look at. So to summarize it up really quick, here we go. Roster size. He felt 36 to 38 characters was a pretty good number. Arcade release versus straight to console. He felt that arcades are important for balancing, but also that arcade releases are basically a big thing for the overall Bandai Namco company, so it sounded like it was a decision that's higher up than just the Tekken project team. As for a future PC release, and this is before we even knew that it was on the Unreal Engine, so Harada talked about how he's a big Steam user and he's a fan of PC games, but he's been tweeting similar things like that for a long time now, and that hasn't even gotten us a PC release for Tekken Tag 2, etc. So with the Unreal Engine 4 switch though, I'd say that it's much more likely this go around. When asked about solo versus tag for the next Tekken game, he basically felt that tag is great, but it's less accessible, so he seemed to think that solo was a better route to take. On that note, when asked about simplifying Tekken, he thought that having certain characters be more accessible was a better route than just simplifying the overall core gameplay, sort of like what Tekken Revolution did with critical hits, statistics, invincibility, etc. Now, this doesn't rule out these things from appearing in a future Tekken game, but I think it does suggest that we might see a few more Jinpachi style characters with, high damage, easy execution, etc. I did want to talk about the Unreal Engine switch and what that could mean, so I'll probably throw that into a separate video and link that to this one. Also, don't forget guys, July 25th at Comic-Con, tomorrow is going to be the Tekken panel at noon. They're trying to get Team Spooky to stream it. I assume it's going to happen. So for all of you guys not attending Comic-Con, be sure to check out that stream where we will probably hear more about Tekken and what it means for us in the future. So thanks for watching guys, and don't forget to subscribe. Tekken 7. Boom!